All right, how's it going, y'all? It's another Saturday. Wanted to do this live today on a few riffs. I hadn't about riffs yet, and thanks for joining my live. I do have the tabs linked on my for my Patreon patrons. And then after the fact, after I edit this and everything, I will have a link to the tabs also. But once again, thank you for joining. I hope the connection's okay, and I hope y'all can hear. Looks like it's coming through. So let's go ahead and get started. So the riffs I picked for today are Day Tripper, Sunshine of Your Love, and then two Led Zeppelin riffs, The Ocean, and then also the hardest one I'm teaching today is Good Times, Bad Times. All great riffs. It really, um, riffs really help with coordination. After you get the scales down a little bit, it just helps with riff is a repetitive kind of a lick that's played over and over again. I mean, when I hear the word riff, I always think of Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and also Rush has a few great riffs and many other groups, but those are the ones that I really think of. The Allman Brothers have some great riffs also, and of course, some a bunch, but there are definitely some great ones. Cream also. So let's get started with Day Tripper. That's usually the first riff that I teach all my students, all my private students. Now, 4/5 progression. Now, the riff goes. Just like that. Now, what I just did is part of the reason why you want to start learning riffs if you haven't done so, if you're a beginner to intermediate player, because it just helps with coordination, your reaction time, hitting the notes correctly, whether some are staccato, which means you cut them off scales in the beginning. You want to make sure to play the note long enough, not cut it off, knowing that you have to get to the next note. A lot of people end up practicing scales like because they try to get to the next note, and it's not a race. You have to really make sure to play those notes long enough. So just like that, though you hit the sixth string open, after that you want to play second position. Now, what does that mean? It means you're in second fret, second fingers in third fret, third fingers in fourth fret, pinkies in fifth. But there's nothing really on the fifth fret for this. It's just open sixth string and second, third, and fourth fret. So first finger's in charge of the second fret, second finger's in charge of the third fret, and third finger's in charge of the fourth fret. Now, that's one thing that makes it a little confusing. All right, so let's start with the actual riff. So you hit the sixth string open, like I said, then you take your second finger and you put that on the third fret, sixth string, then your third finger on the fourth fret. And if you're still not quite doing alternate picking, where you're going down, up, down, up, down, up, you can do everything down as far as every single note, but eventually you want to start playing with alternate picking for this. Just like that. So we've got 0, 3, 4. Then you've got first finger on the second fret, fifth string. First finger, second fret on the fourth string. And then open fourth string. Just like that. Then you've got first finger, second fret, fifth string. Then you've got third finger, fourth fret, fourth string. Then back to second fret, fifth string. And then open fourth string. And then first finger, second fret, fourth string. Now notice how I'm picking there. Let's see. Hey, David, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, my allergies are getting me today. Atlanta, Georgia. So that's basically the first riff. You know, and then a little clue into the second part when it goes to you just drop down one string and you play the exact same riff in each one of the frets, and you start with open fifth string. So but you know, it's not, you don't play the first one once, you know, it's played, I don't know, I can't remember, 5, 6, 7 times, I think. And then you go to the next part. I mean, it's just, this riff is over an E chord. And then the next riff in Day Tripper is over an A. So there's a little extra there. All right. The next riff I'm going to teach, and once again, these are some of the first riffs that I teach my private students. Sunshine of Your Love, very famous riff also. Cream, you know, I mean, killer power trio, Clapton, Ginger Baker, etc. So, you know, this is one that definitely people start off with also. This thing is taught like crazy. So, and so is Day Tripper. Now, Day Tripper, one more thing, that's in E major. So it's this shape. So it's at the D minor, the root D minor blues. you know, the regular pentatonic at the 10th fret for minor is, and then we just add in that blue note. So the 11th fret, 5th string, and then it's also at the 13th fret, 3rd string. Now, this riff starts on the 12th fret, 4th string. So you're going to use your 3rd finger, just like you do with the scale. So it starts off just like that, super easy. All down picking if you're new to picking, but you know, most likely you also. Alternate picking just adds so much to your rhythms and speed over time, you know, as long as you're practicing your scales with alternate picking. So back to the riff. So 12, 12, 10, 12, and that's on the 4th string. Then the 5th string, you've got 3rd finger on the 12th fret, 2nd finger on the 11th fret, 1st finger on the 10th fret. All right, so. And then you go 10th fret on the 6th string, then 8th fret on the 5th string, and then back to the 10th fret. So this riff is in 2 different positions. You start out at the 10th position, and then you shift back to the 8th position, okay? And then I like to add a slide in on that 10th fret, 6th string. I'm sure. So I mixed up picking these two. This is also a 1-4-5 for the most part. You know, and this one really sticks to the 1-4-5. Day Tripper is based off of the 1-4-5, but there are more chords in it when you get to the chorus. So wanted to make sure you were clear on that. This Sunshine of Your Love is a killer riff. You know, you can ad lib over it like I just did. Just practice those rhythms if you're new to it, or it may come super easy to you. As usual, you know, when I say, I always say depending on your level, so how much you've practiced. And scale practice is very important in general, but it really helps you excel at these riffs. Okay. All right, so the next riff is the Ocean. Oh, it's breaking up. We'll see when I edit it. Every now and again, there's trouble with the streams as far as the weather goes, and it's kind of dreary here today. We'll see what happens. Now, the next riff is The Ocean by Led Zeppelin. This one is at the in 5th position. It's based off of mostly A minor pentatonic, but then at the end there's a little bit of major pentatonic in the blues scale in it when it goes to 4 on the 5th string. This one is a little bit tougher than the other two. It's got a bit quicker, so there's more to it, and you change positions like in Sunshine of Your Love, but it's just a little bit busier. So this one goes. So I'm playing that a little bit slow so everybody can follow. All right, so like I said, you're in fifth and fourth position for two notes, the 4 and the 7. So as you see, there are hammer-ons here. 5 to 7 on the 4th string. Oh, and let me show you the shape. It's A minor, the root A minor pentatonic. And then you've got the major. But you've really got it's the, I guess it would be the blues. Like that. So there's a chromatic in there too. All right, so back to the riff. All right, so if you're new to hammer-ons, work on that first, right? Those are both down picks. 5th fret and 7th fret, 1st and 3rd finger. Then you've got 1st finger back at the 5th fret, 4th string, 3rd finger 7th fret, pinky 8th fret. Then you do a little slide there. Next up, we have 5th fret, 5th string with your 1st finger, and then 3rd finger, 7th fret, and then 1st finger, 5th fret, 4th string. Then you do 5th and 7th fret again on the 5th string. Then you roll your 3rd finger down to the 4th string for the 7th fret. So you get where you move back to the 4th fret with your 1st finger on the 5th, pinky on the 7th, 4th string. Then you shift back to 5th position, and then Black Sabbath, big time, also great stuff. Espresso, or as some people say, espresso. Okay, then the last riff I'm teaching today is Good Times, Bad Times. The very first Led Zeppelin riff that people heard as far as on Led Zeppelin 1. This you can play as power chords or bar chords, right? I mean, I've already really got the bar chords down, so I usually play it with bar chords. But the power chords, and the chords are tabbed out on the sheet. The chords go between E and D, which, you know, a lot of times in the beginning, if you're new to these chords, even doing the slide is tough. Like that, getting that sound, a little bit of delay and reverb on there gives a good texture for it. Then the D is at the 5th fret, but that part is picked, okay? So, and the reason why you play the power chord, but you play the one where it's 1st, 3rd, and pinky. And you'll see why in a minute as far as what you have to pick on the D chord. But so you hit the E chord, then you go down to the D, and you've got this picking. like that. So it falls naturally with the way the power chord is, okay, if you've got all three fingers down. So it's first finger at the 5th fret, 5th string, third finger on the 4th fret, 4th string, 7th fret, and then pinky on the 7th fret, 3rd string. And the picking goes 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string. So I just did it two different ways there, where I went down, down, up, down, up, down. Or you can do all alternate picking, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just like that. So that first part. Next, what you do is you take your second finger, put it on the 5th fret, 5th string. Then you got first finger, 4th fret, 4th string. Then you got pinky on the 7th fret, 4th string. And that's a D major triad. So you've got So that's one of the things that's tough about this, and there's definitely the tempo is pretty good on the song. I mean, really, with this song, surprisingly, Led Zeppelin, they played it early on live, but as far as I've seen, it definitely disappeared from set lists for some reason. I mean, they didn't play it at The Song Remains the Same. I know they definitely played it first and second tour, but they had a lot of songs. So, but this is definitely one of my favorite songs. I mean, Bonham is just destroying the drum on this. It's awesome. So, once again, then after that, you've got first finger, 4th fret, 5th string, second finger, 5th fret, string. I hope I said that right. Okay, so first finger, 4th fret, 5th string, second finger, 5th fret, same string, and then third finger, 6th fret. So it's a walk up. Now, I do see some people do that walk up with only the first finger, and I don't think that's a great way to do it. You don't get as much muscle into each note. It's real important to give each note its due and the pronunciation of each note. So, one more time. So another great riff. And those times I played it with the bar chord versus the power chord. I really do like to play with the power chord when I can. Bigger sound. Led Zeppelin was such a huge influence, you know, on every instrument that they had in the band and beyond, and songwriting, arranging, Jimmy Page's productions, and the help he got on the productions. And but to me, you know, that's really the sound of rock and roll, right, as far as these bar chords go and power chords. I was even reading an interview with one of the Ramones, and they were talking about that first Led Zeppelin album was really where they started coming up with some of the, you know, the more punk style, you know, like Communication Breakdown. You know, as far as that steady 8th note rhythm. Just like that. if you've ever heard the BBC recordings Zeppelin did, their version of Communication Breakdown on there is just ridiculous. So good. It's like a if you've never heard that record, as is all the Led Zeppelin albums. So that's all 4 riffs. Download the tab when you get a chance. I'll be editing this video. Hopefully everything came out correctly. Let me go through each riff one more time. So we have Day Tripper. Sunshine of Your Love. The Ocean. And then Good Times, Bad Times. All right, there you go. There's 4 riffs. Like I said, I will be editing this. Hopefully this came out. Somebody said there was a little bit of a breakup, but hopefully it's not from my end. But every now and again, there's trouble with these live streams. So I hope everybody understood everything. I will edit this video and post it. And I hope everybody enjoyed this lesson, and definitely hit the subscribe button, and I'll be posting more soon. Thank you.